Welcome back everyone, Ben here, and today we are checking out a game called Will Follow the Light. Dive into a realistic single-player first-person journey through the harsh northern latitudes as you sail endless waters, searching for a way back to your loved ones. Will you follow the light? This is from TomorrowHead Studio. They were kind enough to provide me with a key to check this out today, and we checked this one out as a demo in the Next Fest, I think, back in February, and it's now coming out 7th of May, which should be today at the point that this video is being released as well. Obviously, I was able to get the key ahead of time, so that's why I've been able to get this out to you as the game has released itself and the embargo has lifted. And I really enjoyed the demo. In fact, we could continue off where we finished the demo, but just for the sake, in case anything's changed or anything like that, we are gonna start it again. And it seems like it was actually the it wasn't the February one, it was December. So yeah, we're gonna jump in. The demo at the moment is still available on Steam. I don't know if they're going to take that away when the game launches or if they'll keep the demo there, but as always, I'll leave a link to the Steam page in the description below so you can check it out, add it to your wish list, add it to your basket if you're interested, all that kind of stuff. So we do have pricing. I only have it in dollars though, but they will have regional pricing applied. It's going to be $24.99, and there will be a 20% launch discount for the first 2 weeks, so you'll be able to get it a little bit cheaper. We're going to check it out. It's going to be around 6 to 9 hours long. I am planning to do a full playthrough of this, so we'll do like episode 1 as it were today, and then obviously if you just want to check it out through my playthrough, then we will have future episodes up coming very shortly. That's enough yapping from me. Thank you so much for being here. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Let's check out Will Follow the Light. A and D to steer, Q and E to sit on the left or right. Okay. So we can like rotate. There is a setting that makes the sail transparent. You can turn that off.
The wind's too strong. If I don't drop that sail, the mast will snap for sure.
We've got to bring that down. Is that what we're doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I think I just undid what I was doing. That's what we're looking at. Oh.
I need a storm sail.
That's it. And then storm sail. Get that one open.
Okay, that should be
There we
better.
go. Get ready for the storm. It's very good. As always, we're playing this.
The boom's come loose. If I don't secure it,
Oh,
I'm
there we
done
go.
for.
Playing this 4K. Everything on Epic. Let's bring that in. Tethered in there now. Oh, storm sail. It's very cool.
Oh,
The
damn
waves and the rain. Just gotta weather the storm. Oh. Sound effects wise as well. Very impressive.
Big wave, port side.
Port is left. Port is left. Do we sail into a wave? I don't know if we do that or not, but there we go. Sailing simulator. I only know.
If I hadn't dropped the sail, that would have been it.
I only know my port and starboard from the last caretaker. With people in the comments, port is the same amount of letters as left. Says you can't learn things while playing video games.
Starboard side, wave!
Okay, okay, now we gotta go this way. Oh, this one's big. Oh, yeah. There we go. Would not want to be caught out in this, would you? As far as the demo, we played like the first hour. I'm not too sure how much has changed or not, but oh, oh, that's
No! No! No!
that's a big one. Complete the prologue. It's got an achievement for that. Oh, wait for those assets to load in. There we go.
I need to respond to that radio call.
So obviously, I'm playing without the day one patch, and there are some animations and things still in progress, and some quality and polishing that's not been done, and that was given to me on the notes. It will be there once it's released, so we might get a few little artifacts like that. Let's answer the radio.
Got 2 bits of news for you, starting with the not so great one.
Cass? Come in. What's happened?
Will, you're breaking up. Let's switch to our backup frequency. 150.4, over.
Yeah, working on it.
Okay. We can tune 150.4. There we go.
Come in, this is Will. How'd you read me?
Come in, Will. Got 2 bits of news for you, starting with the not so great one.
What's wrong, Cass? Is Thomas alright? Over?
Oh, he's fine. A major storm's heading for the coast. You've got some time to prep the lighthouse and grounds.
Oh, crap.
There should be a checklist of things to do on the weatherboard.
How much time do I have, Cass?
I can't say for sure. The weather sensors are giving conflicting information. Get a record of the weather readings first. That should give us some answers.
I'm a lighthouse keeper, not a meteorologist. Can't Greg get out here?
He won't make it before the storm hits. There should be a manual on the desk for all the instruments at the weather station.
Okay. What's the other news?
Remember you told me about your dad the other day?
Yeah?
Well, he's here, and he's at your house, with Thomas.
You're joking me. Did he say why he's here? I told you what he's like.
Oh, take it easy, Will. He's an old man. His hands were shaking. He seems different.
Cass, that man didn't help my mum when she was alive, and after she died, he'd lock me in the lighthouse, go out drinking, and lie on his boat. He ignored me. That's when the problem started.
I know, but try to forgive him, Will.
Oh, forgive him. Yeah, alright, sure, Cass. Where are they now?
Looks like they were about to take the boat out somewhere.
Copy that. I'll talk to him later. Over and out, Cass.
Let me know when you're done with the instrument readings. Over and out.
Okay. We can right click to stand up. And actually we probably want to pick this up. We can't pick this up while we're not standing. We can open this. That's just a little diagram of some boats. What you need is a cup of good tea. Okay. Let's have a look. Press J. So I don't know what's worse, the approaching storm or the fact that Father, after all these years, has shown up and is now spending time with Thomas. Oh well, I need to focus on my work. How I miss Greg right now.
This must be our only lighthouse picture. Cass insisted we captured that moment.
This is from a small
I've always loved
indie
carving
team.
little wooden boats. Used to make them all the time, for any occasion, really. Gave this one to Greg for his birthday. That was right around the time the ice
We get to
between
keep
the
that.
sides
Collect your
melted.
first model boat. It is from a small indie team. This is their first like title and self-published title as well. And from when I played the demo, a lot of similarities to like Still Wakes the Deep and those kind of narrative games with the puzzles and things like that. But then there's still something going on. So
We owe
very
Thomas for
intrigued
this
with this one.
lighthouse area map. His cartography skills really shine here.
Seismologists, ethnology, ornithology students, marine biologists, and ornithologists. Check the power supply, check the switchboard, check the generator, check the latest weather data, precipitation rate, wind speed readings, and humidity readings.
And I was
Take
hoping
that.
for a quiet day.
Then we got Cassandra Olofsdotter. It's very Norwegian or Icelandic, that isn't it? Having the daughter, because that's like Olaf's daughter. Greg Wilson, Matt, and Will Nilsson. We're the lighthouse keeper. That's us. That's the carpenter. Greg, technical and meteorological support of the lighthouse. Okay, I'll take that as well. And I don't think we can take that. No. So I'm presuming if it says that we can right click and take it, it's probably going to be worth doing. Okay. This. These little
How does
bits.
Greg know all this stuff?
Yeah, that's all going to be with that.
Without
We've
that
got-
heat gun, it would be freezing in here.
That's a little heater. Okay.
I think I can figure this out.
Okay, so this is where we measure the precipitation rate, relative humidity measurement, and the wind speed measuring. So that's kind of what each one is. To the right of the entrance, there is a measuring flask on the table. Pour the contents of the beaker into the flask and put the... Okay. We'll have a look at that. And then we've got to put those bits in there. Let's save electricity. The tools are now stored in this box, Greg. The anemometer broke again. Had to place a homemade one near the campfire. Okay. Remember how nicely detailed this is as well. Currently getting between 80 and 100 frames at that 4K DLSS on quality.
Now I just have to pour it back into
Okay.
the rain gauge. Should be in the office.
Let's take that one. And the
Yeah, close to
humidity
normal.
is 65, right? Yeah. I think we've noted that in our journal. Let's just double check that. Yeah, 65%. We've got that all stuck in there as well. Okay. It's actually at the radio station there. Weather is 80.6 on the radio. And then, there's the little wind thing. There's the campfire, I'm guessing, yep. So look at that. 16.52.
Hopefully this data's precise enough. But if it's not my problem. Always love black tea. Simple yet invigorating. Every cup tells a story if you know how to listen. That's what Mum used to say. Let's set the kettle over the fire and wait for it to boil.
Oh, we're going to make a little cup of tea.
Oh, it's boiling. Time to brew some tea. Herbal black blend.
Oh, brew a tea over a
I can
campfire.
almost taste the campfire songs and those
Got an
warm
achievement for that.
expedition
Mhm.
evenings.
Can't pick it up, but guess we've already had some. Leave the rest out there. Alright, let's open this. Light back on. Close that. Okay. So, measuring precipitation rate. Beaker for collecting precipitation is located inside the filler of the device at the weather station to the right of the entrance. Pour the contents. Pour the contents of the beaker into the flask. Input the collected data. Okay, so we just put that in there.
There was a lot less rain last month.
That's 75, isn't it? 75.
How does Greg know all this stuff?
So I think we can sit down. And 65, 75, and 16.52 is the wind. Okay. So precipitation was 75. Wind speed was 16.52, I think. And then humidity was 65. Let me just double check that. Oh, right click to exit. 16.52. There we go. Apply.
Okay, I should radio Cassandra back.
Just want to check the...
Come in, this is Will.
Oh.
I hear you, Will. Over.
Yeah.
I've entered all the current data from the weather devices.
Great. I can see it in our database. Good work.
Thank you.
Latest readings say the storm's gonna hit you early. Set up a signal on the radio tower so you can communicate from base, even when the weather gets bad.
Yeah, the signal's been dropping out a bit lately.
You could have set up the signal yourself earlier. Okay, contact me from house when you're done.
Copy that. Over and out.
Over and out, Will. Good job.
Okay. I was going to say, can we change to the weather radio station? But I think so.
All this data we collect before the storm will be really valuable.
Okay. Already got a little waterproof coat on. And hold shift to sprint. That's that over there. Let's go. Nicely detailed with the
Weather data
grass.
says the storm's getting
as
closer.
well.
I hope I can get everything
fog.
done before it starts raining.
And the birds as well. Atmosphere. Oh, little stutter. Got a new note. Oh, okay, and that's showing us the different equipment. So the wind is picking up. I can tell by the way the tower is starting to sway. I'm afraid to imagine what it'll be like tonight. Signal won't tune itself. I should have connected the house directly to the tower a long time ago. Okay. Only have myself to blame for not doing it sooner. Okay. So sync and focus the wavy lines. It's like a classic, isn't it? Let's up on here.
If the storm damages the tower, the lighthouse will be cut off.
Okay. Let's fix, right. So, I want to get these a little bit there. We can grab that one. There we go.
Now I should contact Cass from the house to check the signal.
Sweet. Down we go. Not sure if that was something in particular there, but no, it's just a rock.
I have to fire up the stove in the house. It's getting cold.
As far as I'm aware, this is a bit more of a narrative
Greg, as
thriller.
usual. I told him 100 times not to leave his fishing rod by the river.
Rather than like a horror or anything like that. I don't think there's like little monsters jumping out at us or anything like that. More about the journey. Seems like we get a little micro stutter every time we head
Radio's
towards
in
like
my room. I should contact Cass as soon as possible.
a bigger building. Or a POI, I guess you could call it. Lights are already on. Another picture here.
The biggest crab I ever saw. It's too bad Greg was the only one who got to eat it.
Examine the unfinished chess game
Funny
of
how
Greg.
just one more game can be the last one. I'll miss playing with him.
Oh. So what's happened to Greg? He left?
Definitely going to need some coffee. It's going to be a busy day. Hila's favourite recipe.
Luma ingredients.
Simple, but delicious. Even Greg and I could pull this off.
Mix everything into a thick batter and fry small pancakes on a dry skillet with golden brown on both sides, or until golden brown. Served with Thomas's favourite berry honey. You can hear the hum of the refrigerator.
Oh, I told him not to leave planets lying around everywhere. They're going straight back in the model.
Taking that one. Okay. Trying to see if there's any. Oh, there's a little thing down there. Mum, I, and Dad. Okay. And there's the radio in that room. What about this? Oh, we can't go in there. Fire up the fire, though.
That should take care of the cold.
Okay. Got a few things in here. We've got a little model boat.
Oh, Molly. I forgot how much I've missed her.
That's the boat we were on at the beginning, isn't it? Or is it just similar?
Can't wait till my shift's over.
Some little
I
notes to
never got
explore.
around to sending this letter. It was all good once upon a time.
Dear Isla, this shift seems particularly hard. The weather's a bitch. Constant rain, barely any sun, everything's just grey and dreary. The only thing keeping me sane is watching the sea. I miss you so much. Every morning I look at our picture and it makes me smile. I put Thomas's drawings on my desk. You look amazing in it. I'm so proud of him. He's definitely got an artist's eye. We need to encourage that for sure. Can't wait to be home to do that. My illness seems to be behaving itself, thankfully, even with this awful weather. I think it's almost gone, but I'll still check in with the doctor after my shifts, just to be safe. See you soon, love. Love always. Will. Wonder what our illness is. It's a bit of foreshadowing there, isn't it? It feels really close, this. You left for the lighthouse again. Will, we've already talked about this. I've practically put all my research on hold to make time for our family. To take care of Tom. But I need your help.
Our first photo together. Hila used to come here for her internship and stay up all night doing reports. So I gave her an old lantern so she wouldn't have to work in the dark. And then she took it on all her expeditions. The reports say we haven't had a storm this bad in a long time. The reports say we haven't had a storm this bad in a long time.
Right, sit down. That's the little, like a little lamp there, isn't it? So let's tune. So I just want to see the, was it 80.5?
Attention,
Yeah.
storm warning. Everyone in coastal areas is requested to secure your ships and property. For your safety, we recommend you stay away from the shoreline.
Okay. So, was that one? Yeah, 149? There we go.
Come in, this is Will. How'd you read me?
Will, come in. The reception is good, but still worse than the weather station.
Yeah, of course. That's where the receiver's directly connected.
The last thing you have to do is to check the power supply in the generator room at the lighthouse.
I'll do that now. Over and out.
Hey, go ahead. Maybe you'll manage to rest before the storm hits. Over and out.
There you go. This was like the last little bit before the demo ended, where we go to the lighthouse, switch the generator on. I think there's anything else. That's cool though, isn't it? It's like a little lighthouse drawing. Can't crouch or anything. I don't think there's anything for us to do here, really.
Definitely going to need some coffee. It's going to be a busy day.
Can't make coffee, though. Not like we can with the tea. Right. So, we check the generator.
The transformer powers the lighthouse and all the surrounding buildings. The voltage seems stable, and all other systems seem normal.
That's good. Let's see what's going on with the generator. Fog's getting thick. You can't even
Now, I
see
just need to check the generator, and then I can get
what's
some
in front
rest.
of you. That's not it. There. And a little bit of paint, looks like. That's the generator there, I think. Oh. Dad, I am Mum. VTing. Naughty child. Okay.
Can't remember. I think I need to pull a lever through all the primary system indicators. We're out of
Oh.
fuel. I need to open
Yeah.
the valve and fill it from the tanks outside.
Okay. What's this over here?
The electricity goes from the city to the substation, and from there right into this panel.
Okay. Gonna open a fuel valve. Is that what this big tank was over here? Actually been a while, so I can't actually
Okay. Now all that's left to do is to
remember
switch on
this
the
bit.
generator.
There we go. Open that. Okay, so we go down, up. Go this way. Like that. And I have messed up. You can't cross the line, I don't think. No, you can't. I should try to remember how we do this now. There we go. That way around. Doesn't have to be in that order. There we go.
Generator's good. Now I just need to check the switch over from the main system to the backup one.
What's this one, I think?
Seems to be an issue with the voltage. I'll have to check the fuse box to be sure.
Okay, that's upstairs, which is not here. There we go. Up we go.
Hello! Love doing that.
Walkie-talkie.
Thomas really sulked when we couldn't stay in touch, so I ended up surprising him with his toy radios. They became our constant companions. And where'd I leave mine anyway?
He might be just speaking out loud, talking to himself, or might be just in his head. Not sure.
Oh yeah.
Maybe Dick.
Mum got me this for my birthday. And then she went full marine biologist mode, ranting about how fake the whale scenes looked. Molly, who I've missed, and my dad, who I wouldn't see for as long. Ironic.
Okay. Let's check the fuse.
Power surge knocked out the circuit breaker. Oh, wrong switch.
There's a certain order to them.
Great. It's
Okay,
working
there we
now.
go. To write a shift report, the logbook should be in my room. Okay. Back in the house, I presume. something in there. What's left? Oh, so if you do get stuck on any of the puzzles, it seems like they note down little clues and things like that as well. Done everything I can. The rest is up to the weather now. I'll write the report and get some rest. Though I doubt I'll get much sleep tonight. It shouldn't happen again tonight. Cool. Let's go before the storm hits.
That seems
we
to be
jump down?
everything.
Yeah, we go.
Probably should get some rest.
There we go.
Definitely
Still can't have any
need some
coffee.
coffee. It's going to be a busy day.
Okay. Hmm?
Cass, come in. Cass?
Well, it's hard to hear you. Possible failure. Please, be careful.
Cass? It's hard to hear you. I think the storm's coming in. We'll talk after. Over and out.
Okay. Let's fill in our report. So... Oh, so we actually need to, like, write... Duty at the weather station. Always wondered what Greg does with all that weird equipment. He dumped this task on me again. Work I shouldn't even be doing. Of course, we'll handle it. Storm's coming closer, so it's cool to know I'm pitching in for science. Okay, and then we went... Yeah, shouldn't have gone out there in the wind. The signal's been bad recently. Kept putting it off. Nearly took a tumble because of that wind. At least I won't lose connection again. Great view from the tower. Too bad work's piled up. Didn't get to properly enjoy it. And then we go to the house. Comms are up, but still glitchy. Doesn't bode well. What's the point of setting up the signal when it's still glitching? Wish Tom was with Cass. I'd really love to chat with him. And then we went and topped up the fuel. Shouldn't have any issues tonight. How's this old relic still functioning? Simpler the tech, the more satisfying it is to work with. Fuse blew. Could have been a fire tonight. Of course, all the systems are on their last legs. What else is going to break? And everything just worked the way it's supposed to for once. I wish I could spend more time at the lighthouse. So I seem to remember in the demo, the fuse breaks and you've got to fix it and go out and fix with the generator. And I'm guessing in this build that I've done at the moment, I haven't had to do that. Maybe it's not working or something, so they've skipped over it. So it still mentions that we fixed the fuse, but we didn't fix the fuse.
I hope I did everything right.
But we have got the achievement for preparing the lighthouse for the approaching storm. Here we go. And we can go to sleep. This is pretty much where the demo goes up to, really, which is roughly around that 30 minutes or so. This is all going to be fresh for me now. Hear like the laughing in the fog. There it is again. Children being creepy. It's like a terrible dream, isn't it? Like, no matter how close we get, we can't stay with our son.
That sounded like Morse code.
Over! This is vessel EDL 2015. Over!
Come in. This is the lighthouse. I read you, EDL 2015. Over.
You're breaking up. Negative.
Just say the lighthouse isn't on.
Lighthouse.
It's off. Oh no, that's not good.
No. Oh, I have to get that beacon lit, and then I can try and contact the ship.
We can take that light. There we go. We have to take out the lantern. There we go. I remember this actually. This was a little bit in the demo, I think. I think it ended here.
Oh, I've never seen it this bad.
Transformer. Let's check this. It's
What's
broken
going
here.
on? Did something happen?
Okay. Check that fuse box.
I need to check the voltage in the backup generator.
Okay. Checking.
Good thing I've got the backup power running. There's something wrong with the main power.
Okay. Ooh, whoa. Jeez. Okay, let's climb up here. Oh, okay.
The lightning's melted the fuse box.
There's the
I need to
lantern.
replace the lamp upstairs.
Oh, no, that's the wrong ladder. Up we come, back up, back up. There we go. Yeah, that'll... Can we pop that in there somehow? Oh, there we go. Fix. For now. Probably weaker, but...
Light has to be visible from the ship.
We'll follow the light.
Greg? How?
Like the lighthouse using the lantern during the storm. So Greg's down there? We still don't really know why he was talking about Greg like Greg's no longer around anymore. The fact that we know that's Greg from his silhouette and his car. Don't have a lantern anymore either. It's a bit dark. There we go. Hello, there he
Greg?
is.
What are you doing here? It's too early to replace me.
Yeah, I get it. I'm here to call you back to the city. The comms are offline. Find Cass. She'll brief you on the situation.
Did you see the ship?
What? No!
That's odd. Did something happen in town?
You need to go now. Here, take the car keys.
Greg,
Find Cass. We'll chat about everything else later.
okay. Thanks.
It's a real pet peeve of
course.
mine.
We're supposed to help each other. Always.
Always.
Hurry up, Will.
A real pet peeve of mine when people are like, oh, like, there's something wrong, but I can't tell you. You got to talk to this person about it. It's like, no, just tell me. Don't tell me. Like, just tell me. Now I'm going to be on edge. I got on the wrong side of the car, didn't I? Well, because everyone's speaking English, it would be, right side. Looks really cool, though. Got like a little search and rescue helicopter out there, maybe? Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Landslide?
I need to get home as soon as possible.
Okay, so we're in the hospital now. It has like very much
I need
just
to figure out how to get out of here.
just cut us to this point. Move these hospital beds. Can't imagine it's just out that door, but no. Okay, we need a door key. That is
Alright.
where we're gonna go.
The key's got to be around here somewhere.
Are fire exit escapes meant to be locked with a key? I don't think they are they? Okay. Yeah, right. The ceiling's collapsed as well.
Where is everyone?
Where's the key? Oh. Trisha Jones, psychiatrist. Can't go in any of the doors. Does this all happen while we've been sleeping? Like a massive storm has like kicked off, and so it must be like a mudslide or something then to like cause that much structural damage.
Got it. Thomas, I'm almost there. Hang tight.
Go. Okay, good job that one wasn't locked as well, wasn't it? I'm surprised how it just cut us from the top to going through the hospital, but doesn't seem too much to interact with here at the moment. Look at that, there's a little boat. I'm guessing those are like the collectibles. Yes, Marlon. It's nicely like detailed and posters. You got little pill pots and little bits of paperwork strewn about.
These are Hila's old records.
Hila Nilsson.
Doctors did their best to manage her illness, but she wasn't always in town, so keeping up with her medical care was tough.
Wait, we just so happened to pick up our wife, our partner, our ex-wife, ex-partner, I'm not sure. Find her medical records. So she's 25, moves a lot when the inhaler was passed. She's admitted in serious condition, breathing is difficult, blood pressure is 140 or 190 over 100, elevated, dyspnea, heaviness in the chest, lack of air, headache, noisy, hoarse breathing, shallow breathing, a feeling of insufficiently complete exhalation. Conclusion is bronchial asthma, characterized by chronic inflammation of the airways, the presence of respiratory symptoms, such as episodes of difficulty breathing, wheezing, chest tightness, and cough, which vary in time and intensity and are associated with variable airway obstruction. Long-term treatment is required. Okay. It's a heterogeneous disease characterized by chronic inflammation of the airways. Right.
There's no equipment left.
Not that I think it's a dream or that we've like passed out or something, but it does seem somewhat surreal, isn't it, that we just stumbled across our Hila's medical records.
The whole area's wrecked.
What's that? Oh my god. There's some rubbish and stuff here. Can't go over that way, but we can go up here. Very quiet other than the helicopter though, isn't there? You'd expect like screams, sirens, other people.
My neighbour worked hard for that car. He really cared about it. Oh, I hope he's safe.
I don't know what way we're going here. I'm kind of looking for making sure we don't miss anything as well, or any clues. Maybe there's a few different ways to go. You've got a few floating rocks. Yeah. Quite detailed, isn't it? I mean, it's just kind of got... Oh, there we go. Okay. Pram as well. Okay, so yeah, we do need to go.
There's a lot of wreckage no one's cleared. Maybe they haven't reached this part yet.
Thomas!
Thomas's telescope? No way, he just abandoned his favourite toy.
I'm like, we know that's Thomas's telescope. I'm guessing is our house. That's probably our house there, isn't it? Oh no.
Thomas? Thomas! Where are you? Where?
The fact that's like the upper bit of the house. Okay, got a compass. Find Thomas's compass. Oh. It just collapsed.
Where am I? How did I get here? Oh,
Oh, we've been rescued. Okay.
my head's killing me. Where's Thomas? Oh, where's my boy? I need to find him.
There's a note there. Look for me at the evacuation tent after you wake Dr. Henry. Okay.
I'm so thirsty right now. I'm so thirsty right now.
Okay, we can't drink that though. Can we drink it?
I'm so thirsty right now.
We'll drink it then. Okay. Let's... Yeah, we're definitely in like
Can't
the
remember
shelter.
how I ended up here. I should find Dr. Henry and ask him all about it.
Shush Karabil. What do you think this is set? Is this... What language is that? Not Icelandic, is it? Doesn't look Swedish though. Mountain rescue. It might be. Landsborg. You're Swedish? Norwegian? Norwegian, I think.
Can you tell me where I am? And what's going on? I don't really remember how I got here.
You're at a tent camp for mudslide victims. You can get more details from the head doctor.
I'm looking for my son. Do you know where I can find him?
Unfortunately, I don't know. We don't handle the search operations. This place is for those who've already been found. Try asking the evacuation tent near the camp exit. They might know.
Okay. Thank you for your help.
Some other survivors. They warned us too late. What do we do now? He's just got subtitles above him. He's not not voice acted there. What you looking at, guys? You can definitely tell, like, compared to like the production quality and the budget of something like Still Wakes the Deep or something like that, this is a little bit lower on that side of things. Still technically very good, but you can see there's that gap. Stay down, you're not supposed. Yeah, no talking for an hour, alright? Just take it easy for a day or two, then you'll be fine. The doctor's stopping by today. Everything's going to be okay, I promise. Okay. Is this the doctor here in the evacuation tent, maybe? Seems like it. Okay.
Hello, are you Dr. Henry? Was it you who left the note in my tent?
Will, glad you're awake. How are you feeling? How's your head? Any pain or dizziness?
Yeah, I'm alright, thanks. Just can't recall how I ended up here.
No surprise there. You were found unconscious near the mudslide area. We were lucky to be on the second floor when it all started.
I haven't been to the second floor. Wait, that's it, my house. It's all buried under mud. But have you found anyone else nearby? There should be a boy, Tom. He lives in the same house. Thomas is my son, and I think my dad was supposed to be with him. Someone told me he came with my son. I think...
Father and son. Easy now. It's all right. Calm down. I need to examine you. Don't worry, it's just a routine reflex check.
Hang on a minute. Answer my question.
All right.
The news is not good.
Equals, normally. The reflexes are fine too. What was your question?
I'm looking for my son, Thomas. He's 9. Do you know anything? He lives in the same house where you found me.
Ah, well, there's no one like that here. Rescue operations are underway in that area right now. They're searching for survivors. We send all the lists of those found and identified to the police station. I'm sure they'll be able to help you.
Got it. Thank you.
I would be losing my mind right now, but we're very calm.
Thomas really likes this monument. Once I find him, we'll go fishing out at sea. Definitely.
See my daughter we rescued together. For some reason she's not at the camp. They're not stealing the children. Nordic advertiser. Tell you about the most important news every week. Seismologists alert, shortage of scientific personnel, police bulletin. Okay. Few little stories there. Stealing fish. Meteorologists forecasting a surge in both frequency and intensity of storms. Okay.
Seismologists gave the warning, but people ignored it, like they always do.
Yeah. Mudslide's pretty freakish though, isn't it? Generator. Those guys are right. They're all chilling. I think by not having it voiced and very static, you do lose a little bit of the immersion. For us to like dock at some points here, but for an indie title, it's done well to like still give that sense of chaos, I guess, to some degree.
Whole downtown's blocked off. There's only ambulances and rescue teams still around. I hope Thomas is okay.
Let's go just having a nap. Go to the police station, but we're gonna see what it does if I try and go this way. Nope. Okay. Don't go that way, sir. Let me try and go this way. Oh, yeah, he doesn't care. More people around here. There's a checkpoint there. Okay, so we've got a few little places we can go explore. Okay. Good boy, back. Take a break now, and we'll be searching the area. I'll talk to any of these guys. Let's see if there's any. Don't know how much it's like hides things off the beaten path or not, but all visitors must check in when entering or exiting.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm trying to find my son. At the tent camp near City Hall, they said you have a list of people who've been found, and you might know where he is.
Yeah, good afternoon. People have been searching non-stop for 2 days now. So where were you yesterday?
2 days?
I was here in town, maybe. Or not. I was coming from the lighthouse. Or maybe I was at the lighthouse. I don't know.
Are you drunk?
Me? No. I woke up today in a tent camp. From there, they just sent me here to you.
Ah, right, I get it. You saw the damage from afar. We're still out here patrolling the site with search dogs. Spend 2 days without any sleep.
Thank you. So, about my son. His name's Thomas.
The lists are up on the bulletin board. On the right, you've got the missing people. In the middle, those who are staying at the church. You think you can make sense of it?
And on the left?
About those. Only check the lists on the right and in the middle.
Thank you. I'll take a look.
Okay. Those are the dead people, I guess. Tell me more, what exactly happened? I was with my son walking around the area when he told me he heard some noise in the mountains. I didn't have time to react before the mudslide hit us. I held his hand until the last moment I woke up in the camp. Calm down, the worst is behind us now. If you were holding his hand, chances are they found you both. Was he at the camp? Are all the children missing? No, he wasn't. So he's at the church shelter. Thanks a lot, I'll head there for sure. Just need to rest a little first. You wouldn't, would you? You'd be like, I'm gonna go find my kid in the church. I'm not gonna just take his word for it. Interesting. I also feel like the police officer would just say, like, the people on the left are people who've died. Or didn't make it.
If I
Report
weren't
to
searching
police.
for Thomas, I'd already be out there helping the town.
Yeah. Check the list, check the locations of victims. In case of absence, wait for information about the search in the mudflow area. Deceased persons. We've got to check the list, haven't we? Simonson. Ellen. Mark, man 25. Gordon 40. Erica Connolly. Okay, no children there. Okay. List of
Cass.
found people.
I've got to find her. She'll know what's going on.
Okay, so you've got John, Icarus, Olaf, Cassandra. She's in the church. Okay. Percival, Carlson, Ulfric, Helga, Manson, and Otto Halls. Okay, so they've all got maybe injuries or stuff like that. That's fine. And then on the right, missing people. Bob, Ellie, Sam, Alex crossed out. Last seen on the mountain, Helga, Hala, Amanda, Henry, Marcus, Samuel, Billy, Helga, and Jane. Okay. On the left, building of the hospital, 23. Okay. So... have you seen me? Bill the Siamese cat. Shout, there's a thief about. Bjarni Magnusson missing as well. Forehand, obviously. Okay, let's check the church.
That means Thomas wasn't hurt.
He also hasn't been found, so...
I need to go see Cass.
all of the other
She probably
children.
knows where Thomas is. I reckon our dad used to spend a lot of time in that bar. I should try asking about him there. They might know something.
Pool?
Life always goes on in places like this.
New scary story. Told them if they don't believe me, they can ask you, so heads up. Okay. Frank became a god.
Sorry, bartender's away. I'm just filling in.
Okay.
I doubt I'll find out anything from this guy.
So dad
Why
there,
did
though,
you
isn't
come
it?
back into my life now? And you took Thomas too, just like always. You should have kept drinking in bars and forgot about us.
Okay. Let's go to the church. What's that? Oh, as good as Valhalla's. I think like there's a level of immersion that does get broken because everyone's just standing around. Not like a very natural kind of thing going on here, is it? Cool from a setup point of view. Joe's shop. It goes down there, but yeah, wants us to go to the church first. Forcibly turned us around there. Like, no, not going down there yet. Yet probably being the key point. Let's go up to the church.
This is where I got married to Ela.
Oh, she's our wife.
Feels
Okay.
like it was just yesterday. I'll never forget how beautiful she looked that day.
Oh, we actually can find a code to unlock that. Okay. Put that off as well. Very convenient.
I was in such a rush heading into town, I left my wallet at the lighthouse.
Okay, well. Church information. Sailors embarking on a voyage can receive a special blessing at the morning service at 4:15 a.m. Cemetery maintenance. This sacred resting place needs your help. If you have the time and willingness to assist with attending to the plants and graves, please contact Father Mathis. To pay your respects to the departed, recall the words of the hymn. From the free suitable ones, take the first numbers. Okay, from the free suitable ones, take the first numbers. That'll be the hint of that then.
Afternoon. I was told my friend is here. Her name's on the list. I'd like to see her.
Hello, my son. She'll be really happy to see you. What's her name?
Cassandra.
What's your name, my son? I don't recall seeing you at my services before.
Will. I just didn't really have the time. Work and...
Yes, work, of course. Now, Cassandra. Yes, she's on the list. She's stable. You'll find her behind the screen number 5.
Thanks a lot.
Okie dokie. There she is, but beforehand.
Son, I'm sorry. I never got to tell you how much I love you. I was too late to save you.
Church notice, fishing championship postponement, expedition recruitment, 20% off tool shop Martha voucher. Okay. Right. This is like the first child we've seen.
Want some candy?
Huh? No, thanks. I'm not really into sweets. I came here to see my friend.
Don't like sweets? Who doesn't love sweets? My mom loved them a lot. I miss her so much. At first, we were all here together. And then some men in robes took her away. They said she'd be back soon, but she stayed silent. I told her, bye-bye, Mommy, see you soon. But she didn't say anything. Now I'm all
bizarre.
I'm sure your mum's gonna be fine. She'll be back with you soon, and you'll be together again.
Well, that would be wonderful.
I never told you my name.
I already know it. I overheard you talking with the priest. Are we friends now?
Probably.
Mhm.
Yeah?
Then please bring me some pencils and big sheets of paper, really big ones. I love drawing ships. They take a lot of room in the sea. And
Oh, my son liked to draw, but it's been a while. About a year and a half. I'll check with the priest.
As in we haven't seen our son for a year and a half?
Who's there?
Hey,
Wow, she's
Cass,
really
it's
battered,
Will.
isn't she?
Happy to see you're all right.
Will. Oh, I'm so glad to see you. Oh, that mudslide.
Easy, easy. Save your strength. How you feeling?
Better than before, that's for sure. Oh, they're giving me vitamins and meds. Just don't pat my head or read me stories aloud. Think of it as a vacation.
Also, Isla is actually gone.
You know, I just went into the church and thought about you.
She died.
I still can't believe someone can just get sick and pass away like that. I felt so helpless.
It happens, Will. It happens.
I was thinking they
The
split
doctors
up,
checked
maybe.
it, ran all the tests, and still,
I know, Will. I know. It's really sad. But you've got a son. Hold on to that and live for him.
Yeah. You're right. Thanks, Cass.
Will.
Been through a lot.
How much closer we've grown through all this.
Yeah. Listen, you mentioned Thomas and Derek and my dad were planning to head out on the boat somewhere. Do you have any idea where they might be? What happened to them?
They were out all day and didn't come home before the mudslide. As usual, I waited for them at dinner, but no one showed up.
So they haven't come back yet?
So he's not hurt?
Most likely, yeah.
Oh, at least some good came from Dad after all this time.
Well, didn't he ever do anything good before?
I've only got bad memories of him, Cass. When Mum was alive, he spent time with me, teaching me to navigate by the stars and sail Molly alone, but that was a long time ago.
He said he made a lot of mistakes and wants to make things right. Wants to be with his family. Oh, he's a lonely man, Will. Try to forgive him.
Isn't it too late for that? It's not going to be easy.
Not really a place to say that,
I
either.
have no idea where they could have gone.
Well, if they were together, they probably went to Dad's place.
Yeah, your dad showed up on his boat, and they were both messing around in the repair dock, fixing something on Molly.
Oh, I see. Came by to see his old boat. Brought Thomas along, just like he used to do with me.
So, what are you gonna do?
I'm going after him. Heading to Dad's house on Molly. Haven't been there in ages.
Isn't that dangerous?
It's definitely not more dangerous than getting caught in a mudslide.
Touché. We'll take care. I wish I could join you on the boat.
No, you've already done so much.
Okay.
Thanks for the help. Rest up and get ready for when we get back, all right?
Good luck, Will.
Okay. There's a little bit of like, I'm not a parent, but I feel like if my child was missing, I wouldn't be. It's kind of explaining some of the, like, oh, I was taught to sail and, sail, navigate by the stars and all that stuff, so that, fills out a bit of Will's backstory and abilities. But it's kind of, I don't know, missing that urgency, I guess, you'd expect if you were missing a child.
Thank you so much for your help, my son.
But I didn't do anything.
A friend's support is already something very valuable.
We get
Thank
some
you
colouring.
so much for your
No,
help, my
colouring.
son.
But I didn't do anything.
Friend's support.
Okay. Wasn't sure if we can get her any colouring pencils, but I guess not. Don't know what this would be. If it's something we can do now. I don't think we need to do it now, but from the 3 suitable ones, take the first numbers. The words of the hymn. Do we have a hymn? Oh, 7th day. No. And what was it? From the 3 suitable ones, take the first number. Also from the 111. So 315? Started me at the bottom, so maybe it's... No, okay. I was thinking because these have ones in them, but I think the first. What does it say? To pay your respects to the departed, recall the words of the hymn. From the 3 suitable ones, take the first numbers. I'm not sure. Some are in red as well. I don't know what this means. Probably not as simple as like 3. Oh, it can't be 381 because it's only. Oh, so yeah, it's only 1 to 5, isn't it? So this one, it could be suitable. That one could be suitable, and that one. So 1, 1, 3, 5, because the others have like numbers more than 5. So 1, 3, 5, presumably from the top. So 1, 3. There we go. Figured it out.
I can't remember the last time I visited Ela. And now I need her more than ever.
Marta Gunnarsdottir. Loving daughter. 26 years old. Michael Foster. Peter Skodder. Oh, there's Ela Nielsen. Is it Ela's
I really
grave?
miss you.
Loving mother and
Your
best wife.
advice, a clear view of things. I promise you, Thomas will be fine.
She's only 26.
I'll find him and we'll come visit you. Together.
She was 25 on the report with in the medical in the hospital. She was 25. Died a year later. Mum, I miss you so much. I really wish you were here. Dad is doing his best, but he is not you. When I see seagulls, I like to think it's you checking on me. I love you lots and lots. Little music box. Music box? Doesn't work though. William Winters. She died so young. Not sure what year this is taking place in right now. There's a little model boat.
Research vessels.
Yeah.
Those are the ships
Valves.
Ela used to go on expeditions with all the time. She couldn't imagine life without them. I always knew that, so after she passed, I built one just like them.
There's a little... Oh, another one of those. Another collectible.
Could have guessed she'd be here. Ela's favourite planet. Thomas still believes she's up there, watching over us.
Okay. And that's the collectibles in the graveyard. Which I guess is an area you could just skip completely, like, if you don't want to explore it. Let's go down to the docks.
I'm about to head out, Thomas. It would mean the world to me if you were here.
Nicholas Hideaway. What's the police tool? No. Institute of Marine Biology. Yeah, I don't think there's like I haven't seen anything that's like dated anything. Obviously, we know she died in 1999. We don't know how long since. But the fact she's 26, our kid's 9. So.
Oh, Will, good to see you.
Oh,
I heard
Ben.
what happened to your house.
Hey there, Ben. Yeah, thanks. Fortunately, no one got hurt.
Are you here for Molly?
How'd you know?
Your dad started fixing her up and paid for it. We're almost done. Just a few finishing touches left.
Oh, you even paid for it. Didn't think my old man could do anything useful.
I don't pry into other businesses, but Thomas seemed to be having fun with him.
Did they work on the repairs together?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I totally remember how he taught you. It was exactly the same.
Ben, do you know when my dad left town?
Who knows? I didn't even notice at first his boat was missing in the harbor. No theft reported, so he must have left on his own.
Maybe someone saw? Was he by himself when he left?
Maybe someone saw something, but after the mudslide, it's unlikely anyone remembers much. Some of the victims don't even recall what they were doing when it happened, let alone what they saw at the port.
Yeah, I get it. It's a shock for everyone. All right, they probably left together. Thomas's trail in town's gone cold.
I don't think I've seen him on any list, so you're probably right.
Ben, when will the boat be ready? I need to head out to find Dad and Thomas.
Got it. I'll go check with Abe about the boat, and you can head over to Joe for supplies in the meantime.
All right, let's go, kiddo. Let's see how I can help you.
Okay. Hey, Joe.
Yeah, it's been a while since someone called me kiddo. All right, let's go.
Got this sea departure restrictions. So due to a recent mudslide, sea departures are limited. Before leaving the port, please coordinate with the port authority. Fresh fish for sale. Dave is a liar. His fish is rotten. For the freshest goods, come only to Joe's shop. All right, Joe. The Marine Regatta. Another Joe's marketing. Looking for a deckhand, including mending nets, doing tasks I don't feel like doing, and occasionally picking me up from the bar. Details, visit house number 72 Laugavigueur Street. Okay. We're all harpooners. We're looking for a harpooner character for our Depths and Sharks game night. Sessions are held every Wednesday at Gregor's place. Don't forget your dice and snacks. Okay. Lost cat, Mr. Fox. Missing cat. There's Bjarni Magnusson as well, missing. White House Lounge. Teach sailing. Okay. Okay. Anything behind here? No. We got people like digging out the mudslide there. That's for the ships. And Coast Guard over there as well.
We're closed because of the disaster, and there's no one here anyway. Are you here to see someone?
I'm looking for my son. He went missing after the mudslide. His mother, she used to work here. Maybe you knew her? Her name was Ela?
Of course I knew her. She was an outstanding scientist. We all still remember her with great respect. Are you her husband?
Yeah, I'm her husband, and the father of our son. He disappeared after the mudslide, and no one's seen him. I thought maybe he came here. He used to talk a lot about his mother's work.
Thomas, right?
Yeah, Thomas. Have you seen him?
He used to come around now and then, but that was before the mudslide. We'd chat about his mom and his grandma's work, and I'd share stories about them. Haven't seen him in quite a while, though.
I got my hopes up. Thanks for your help. Sorry to bother you.
Wait up. Here, take this bird call. I was going to give it to Thomas, but I think you'll get it to him soon.
Okay.
Thank you. I'll be sure to pass it on.
Worth like exploring, isn't it? You get these little optional things that you don't necessarily need to do.
Oh,
just
sorry.
fishing.
Didn't see you there. Just out here trying my luck
There's a
fishing.
boat there as well.
Isn't that a bit strange, considering everything that's happening?
You know, I've asked myself that same question. I'm too old to patrol the area. My back won't let me carry the injured anymore. So I decided to help in the ways I can. Cooking fish, carrying it around and sharing it with everyone, trying to bring a bit of normality.
That is really helpful. Sorry, I didn't get it right away. This is one of my boats. I didn't finish this one yet. It was at the house. How'd it get here?
It's got an achievement for collecting 5 model boats. Okay, let's head into Joe's shop. I'll just check around the side quickly. Just in case any other little planets or ships hiding around. Sure, we're gonna be missing stuff along the way, but I like to try and find what I can if we can stumble across it. There's the pencils.
I'm gonna give these pencils to that girl at the church. Hopefully it cheers her up a bit.
Yeah, there we go. Any paper as well?
Joe, I'm about to leave soon, maybe for a while. Can you set me up so I don't have to worry about food and supplies?
Where to? To the other side, huh?
That's not funny. There's a lot of casualties in town. I'm still shaken up.
Yeah. Nature doesn't spare anyone, I know. But you and me, we're still alive. No point in feeling down, so where you headed?
To the town where I was born. I'm gonna try and find my dad there.
All right then. I'll pack you some hardtack, canned food, jerky, drinking water, and, of course, tea. Also, honey and bread.
So life can be sweet anytime.
You still remember that, even after all these years.
Yeah, of course. Those memories are the warmest. Mum always took honey and bread on expeditions. Always made her feel better.
Well, every marine biologist had their quirks when it came to supplies. I got used to that. But your mom's kit was the most cheerful of all.
Yeah, you're right. She rarely felt down. Always had a smile on her face.
Ah, look at us getting all carried away with memories, huh? Look, I'll leave your supplies here in the shop, all right? Pick them up when you're ready.
Thanks, Joe.
You got it. I'll put it all under your name.
See you soon.
Yep. See you soon, Will.
Okay. We'll prepare Molly for departure in the meantime. I think... Oh, it's the tea there. Can take that. We're just stealing that. I mean, if we go back up, give the pencils to the girl. I'm presuming when we leave, we're going to be leaving. Like, I don't think this is going to be a place we're going to be coming back to. These narrative adventures are a little bit more kind of on the rails, aren't they? I like there is the little bits to go off and explore. You can definitely see where... I don't know if saying they've cut corners in places is a bit harsh of a term, but you can see where there's like bits where it's not as polished. With like bits of voice acting missing and things like that, but then other bits...
Oh, she's not here.
Huh.
I should ask the priest where they moved her.
I'm very curious about the story. It's definitely hooked me so far. Even if we are a little bit casual about our son being missing. Like we're worried, but we're not super urgent, you know?
I brought some pencils for the girl who was near Cassandra, but now I can't find her.
A girl? My son, you are exhausted. Cassandra was here alone. No neighbors. You should get some rest.
What? And the strange girl, bring pencils to the girl, was an achievement we just unlocked.
Cass, there was a girl on the bed here. Do you know what happened to her?
Oh, well, they pumped me so full of meds that I haven't been aware of what's been going on for the past 6 hours. Honestly, at first I didn't believe you were real.
Couldn't be more real, Cass. Look after yourself, all right?
Her story, though, about her mum being taken away.
I'm sorry. I never got to tell you how much
Do you think they're like stealing the children? The priest is in on it? odd. Very odd. Again,
Looks like
another...
her mum found her.
Yeah.
Hope they're doing okay.
Another little optional detail that you could just skip. Like you might not come here and check that out yourself. Very bizarre. Okay. Right, let's head down to the Harbour Master. It's a really cool setting. And the Harbour Master is going to be in this location. That would have been mean to have a little hiding spot there, but let's check it out. Okay. I actually see where our Molly is. Oh, I guess it's being... yeah, it's in there, isn't it? It's being repaired. Okay. Everyone's just standing around. Oh, they were reporting a storm on the radio. What do you do? We've got to get this cargo to Mistvik and head back to the... get the medical supplies. Yeah, you're right. No storm will stop us. Quite nicely, like, detailed. Let's have a look, see if there's any... You can't crouch, jump, you can just sprint and move around.
Oh, that's a cool ship. Might get a chance to look it over later.
Cool. It's all like very conveniently blocked off at certain areas. That's the boat in there. I'm guessing this is the Harbour Master since the light and everything's pointing here this way. No? Hello? Nope. Maybe he's just in... That was the guy we were just talking to, maybe. I didn't know if he was the Harbour Master or not. Guessing so.
Abe's almost done with Molly. He's in the workshop. Ask him what's left to finish.
Thanks, Ben.
Okay. Okay, so Ben's the Harbour Master. Repair order. The ship's rudder is being repaired. Installation disassembly, motor tuning, carburetor, purchase replacement, cleaning up the ship's hull, sail replacement, main sail, and Jenica. Okay. 634. Is that Norwegian krona?
Dad never held back when it came to Molly. I'm grateful for that now.
Oh, euros. Right. Parkin radial 1-speed self-tailing. The best 92 option. Best option 92, I guess. It's cool though, isn't it? Feels like lived in. You know, the detail they've put into decorating the spaces.
Hey, Abe. Ben said you could help finish fixing up Molly.
What needs finishing? Can't it wait until tomorrow?
No, I can't wait. I've got to go find Thomas right away.
Yeah, he was messing with your dad on the boat.
They even dug up the ship's log from somewhere.
Any idea where they headed?
Well, your old man's not much of a talker. You know that.
Yeah, you're right. He's got a bad temper. So, how's Molly doing?
Almost done. Need to install the spark plugs, tune the engine, and toss the logbook into the cabin.
Oh, can you bring it over? Maybe Dad wrote down where he's planning to go with Thomas.
Well, you're gonna kill me, but I don't know where it is. I lost my bag when hanging out at the bar last night. But I could look for it later. Yeah, I most likely left it at the bar.
God, you're hopeless. Alright. I'm headed to the bar. You handle Molly.
Alright, I'll go check on your old Molly. I was inspecting the boat and noticed that the sail winch still isn't ready.
What are you telling me for?
Easy, easy. I've done everything. Took it apart, cleaned it, greased it. All you've got left is to put it back together, and I'll mount it.
Alright, I'll figure it out.
Okay, so he needs me to assemble the winch, but I can get the ship log in the bag at the bar. Right. Very unprofessional that he's like just left my logbook in his bag at the bar. Hey ho. Here's what it is. A little bit of like backtracking and stuff in this early portion. Helicopter still flying around, checking for things. Where did he leave his bag? I didn't really notice a bag before. Maybe the barkeep will know.
Hey, the bar's closed. No hanging around here.
I know, sorry. Abe lost my boat's logbook around here, and I'm trying to find it.
Abe. Yesterday he was drinking like it was his last day. No wonder he lost something.
So, do you know where I could find it?
I don't know. I got bigger problems right now. The system's gone down.
Dude.
My dad went to the camp to check on my mom, left me in charge. I can't figure this out. Because of me, the bar's shut. People really need it.
Hey, don't blame yourself. Let's help each other out. I'll check the supply system, and you look for Abe's bag, alright?
Okay. Come on in. Here's the system. Seems to be running, but nothing's coming through the taps. I'll go look for the logbook.
Okay. Putting us to work. Right.
The beer lines. I need to take a closer look at it. Oh, looks like the generator at the lighthouse. I
Okay.
need to power up all the separate systems, then everything will start working.
So we're gonna have the same thing here where the... I think this will work this way.
Something's missing.
We need to do it in a certain order.
Something's missing. Something's missing.
Okay.
Something's missing.
So we need to
Oh, looks like that was
open
missing.
that.
I need to open the tank and then it will start running again.
Can we close those or open them all maybe? I'm not sure. Look. No, it's still not
Something's
liking that, is it? So I'm guessing we need to open all three. There we go. Okay. Okay, so that's all three lit up, but we need to do it in such a way. Okay. Here we go.
All set. Now the bartender just has to tap the kegs.
Oh. Oh, there we go.
I couldn't find Abe's bag, but this logbook is definitely yours.
Okay, logbook Molly. Sweet.
Oh, great. Just what I needed. System's ready. You're good to go.
Thanks a ton. I don't know what I would have done without you. Now I can finally open the bar again.
You've helped me a lot too. Good luck. Your dad's lucky to have you by his side.
Sweet. Cool. Alright, we got that little puzzle mini game there.
Booze has caused me nothing but problems. That's why I stay away from it.
Kind of mentioned his dad drank a lot, didn't he? So he's probably not had great experiences with that
Now all that's
growing up.
left is to get to the harbour master.
We can put the winch on. Okay. So we've got to assemble the winch. Is the winch there? I don't know what this winch looks like. Do we do that here? Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, okay, so that's the self-tailing mechanism on the winch.
Well, if Abe can handle this, it shouldn't be too hard.
Hey,
check out.
I heard that.
So, damn it, Abe, the old drunk lost my ship's journal. It feels good to help a good man. Hope he'll be alright. And the ship's journal turned up too, so I need to catch up with them. Yeah. Yeah. So we're writing little notes down basically as we do those little sequences. We've actually pieced the newspaper together. We've got 2 of the 3 pieces of the newspaper, it looks like. A little map as well. Okay. Church became a quiet hospital. The beds of the injured in the pasto look at it all with regret. Okay. Now I'm curious if I've missed a newspaper cutting somewhere, but okay. It's got like these 2 little. If we go to this, we've got like.
Let's check out the other piece.
Yeah. There's actually all these little pieces. Are you kidding me? Right.
I need to assemble all the winch parts on the base.
Okay. The strong one-piece stipper arm completely covers the winch top for a stable platform that prevents fingers and clothing from catching in moving parts, whilst the composite self-tailing jaws are shaped for easy line entry and optimum gripping power.
Let's check out the other piece. Too early for this part. It won't fit now.
So they kind of have a little bit where they snap, but I guess it's trying to figure out what piece goes first. these pieces go
Fits
first.
just right.
Okay. This,
too early for this part.
yeah.
It won't
Okay.
fit now.
You're gonna hear this repeated a lot, I think.
Too early for this part. It won't fit now.
Okay, so that's there.
Without gears, this reel's useless.
Okay, there we go. And then, does that need a little one there? There we go. One there. I can go
This
there.
probably won't fit right now.
Okay, and then
Just as I thought, it goes
I can
in.
go there. And then put the little. Oh, where are they going? There we go. And it's kind of like a little bit off center, but wait, why? I can't. Oh, got it to like recognize it.
This
There we
is the
go.
right
I
place
just
for it.
had to like just keep clicking there. Okay, we got a little one that's not ready yet.
Too early for this part. It won't fit now.
This one goes there. There we go. Okay, it looks like it has like a little stack.
I need to assemble all the winch parts on the base. Too early for this part. It won't fit now.
Okay. He's
Too
gonna keep
early for
repeating
this
that, isn't he?
part. It won't fit now.
Oh, okay, okay. And these bits go in
This
there.
is the right place for it.
That goes there, and that goes there. Okay, so we've got those in. Now, do we
Let's put
those
this
on top?
aside for now.
There we go. Perfect. Okay.
Too early for this part. It won't fit now.
Those will go there, but I think not yet. Not yet, obviously. That's the thing, because we can still rotate this round.
Too early for this
Too
part.
early.
It won't fit now.
Okay, so what are we missing? What would be the next bit? Little one? I don't know where these...
Too early for this part. It won't fit now. Too early for this part. It won't fit now.
I'm confused what we're missing. Is from but the kind of like the two stacks. That's like the what it looks like from the front. Yeah, that's like the front of it. We're almost there. We're not missing too many. Oh, this big center column. Didn't see that as the being part of it. So does that go on there?
To
There we
figure
go.
out where to put it.
Okay, and then pop this all in here like that. Okay.
Won't hold right now.
So I don't know. Is it just this
Oof,
goes on there?
That was
There we
harder
go.
than I thought.
Okay. Oh, so these are just spares.
Abe, how much
Okay.
longer till Molly's ready?
It's just the engine starter acting up. We need to swap the spark plug and it'll be good to
I
go.
saw a spark plug. I need to. Okay.
Well, you heard him, Will. Go grab the starter spark plug from the warehouse. It's on the shelf at the far end. Just a heads up. The place is a bit messy. You know how it is.
No problem. I'll go grab it now.
Use the hoist, You won't be able to get the box with the spark plug down by yourself. It's the only yellow one over there. Check with Abe on how to operate it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. It's the yellow box there then. Alright.
Ben told me to check with you about the hoist.
Oh, yeah. Probably to lower the box with the spark plugs.
Maybe you should do it yourself?
Well, my hands are shaking.
Pretty valid.
I'll mess up the whole workshop. Hoist control panel is upstairs.
Does it work?
Of course. If anything's missing, look around the storage racks.
Of course it has to do it.
Also, don't put boxes from the shelves on the floor. The hoist can't reach that low, and we can't risk dropping them.
Got it.
Got like another little puzzle now. Probably going to need some of those items that we
So the
saw.
spark plugs are in the yellow box down there at the bottom.
And we need a fuse, which we saw a fuse.
Finding anything here is going to be really tough.
Okay, I need to trigger that we are missing a fuse, I think. Which means I need to trigger that this doesn't work.
Sure, he says it's working. Feels like it's not.
There's the final piece.
I can't imagine this place without Greg.
Shame he's leaving. That's the final piece of it. So dream of becoming a lighthouse keeper. Seeking applicants for the position of a lighthouse keeper. 25 to 55 years old. Physical health needs to be good. Shift-based. Electrical knowledge. Okay. So yeah, you got a whole little bit there. You've got it all written out there, although it's super small. Even when you're breaking that up like that. If you do want to read through all this, then you can just pause the video and read through it if you're interested. Hopefully it still comes through. It's nice and clear still, even after YouTube's compression. But it's just a little bit of background story. I don't want to sit here and read all of it. Guys, do you want me to read all of it? Let me know and I'll do it in the next episode. But I don't want to keep you all here unnecessarily. I think it's a bit more of like a filler. Okay. What are we doing to trigger this? Look at this.
One
fuse
fuse
missing.
is missing. Abe said it should be on the racks.
And then we know it's over here. There's a little bit of like tedium because it wants you to like go through the steps, obviously. And then it's kind of like a little mini game of, I guess, remembering which order to do them in.
Hey, you cut the power.
No.
I just had a heart attack. Was that you, Will?
One thing after another with this, isn't
What
it?
the hell's going on with the power?
The backup power is failing. After the mudslide, the whole port's been running on backup generators. Even brought in a ship. Go check what's going on.
Why don't you go? I'm not a port employee after all.
That's a lighthouse ship. Right up your alley.
Alright, dude. And on the lighthouse ship. Is that the one? That one over there? Alright. Abe's just getting us to do all of his dirty work.
Oh, a lighthouse ship. I'd be happy to work on something like that.
It's so dark. Oh yeah, like a little lighthouse on a ship. Which is why they call it a lighthouse ship. Not gonna lie, can't see shit. Okay. Okay.
This is the port's electrical layout. I think if I activate all 3 lines, the power will come back.
Okay, I want to go there. There's only like certain ways it'll go. I'll go up there. like that. Is that fine? Or is that not fine? I'm confused what we're trying to do here. Okay. This all still powered on. Does this make sense to you? I don't know where the free lines are, so we turn that off. Oh, it's all three lines on the end. Oh, okay, okay. I see it now. I couldn't see. Really dark on my side of the screen here. So it is like all three outputs, right? Okay, okay. Do you know it needs to be... Doesn't actually matter with that because that one's got to go across. So this one's fine. And in a way, that needs to be like that because that needs to be the output. That needs to be like that. So that's guaranteed. So we need to make sure that this one's actually pulling from there. That goes up there. There we go. There we go. Okay. Power. Back on. Let's go and get those spark plugs now. Some cool little puzzles. I'm having a good time with this. I feel like a lot of people are gonna bounce off this though to begin with, maybe. And it's got a little bit of a pacing issue, I'd say.
Sure, he says it's working. Feels like it's not.
Where it's very started quite slow, then quick, and then now it's slow right down again while we do all these. Let's turn this on again. Presumably, oh yeah, presumably it's going to be the same pattern.
Great. Now I can use the hoist.
Cool. Let's go with this. We've got another pattern now. So we can't put them on the floor. And shift in space to move vertically. Oh, I've really missed that, haven't I? There we go. Right. Okay. Okay. No, I exited that by mistake. Unhook. Right. So we know... Oh, I keep pressing right click by mistake, right. For the yellow box. It said I can't reach the floor, right? There we go. Alright.
Alright, just have to get this spark plug over to Abe.
Okay. Guess we picked one up already.
Good job. I knew you could do it. Now I'll put it on the boat.
How much longer will the repair take?
Not really sure. You can rest on the couch for a bit. When else will you get the chance?
Thank you.
Rest on the office couch. Just gonna sleep while Harbour Master Ben just watches over us.
Hey, Will, wake up. I need your help.
Oh.
I wasn't sleeping. I just
As a kid.
had my eyes closed.
Well, that's good. Come here. Will, look at the chart. Where do you think we are right now?
How am I supposed to know? The chart is huge and we're just probably tiny dots on it.
See these numbers? They're our coordinates. The first one is latitude. It goes from the bottom of the chart to the top.
Okay, got it so far.
Now, the second one is longitude. It goes from right to left. Come on, try to figure out where we are on the chart. All right,
okay.
Let's mark it on the chart and figure out where our home is. Good job, son.
Yeah.
Cool, but how do we figure out exactly where we need to go from this?
68, 15.
We already know, right? Find an island or land along that line on the chart that could work for us. It should be pretty close.
28:45. Mistvik.
Okay, marked it on the chart.
There we go. Right, where's he gone? Oh, we can exit.
What is this thing?
Look at the different some bobs. Plenty of beer bottles.
My favorite place.
Chessboard. Big old whale.
I haven't seen this picture before.
That's a mum. Okay.
I haven't seen this picture before.
Okay. Let's go up.
Son, let's start by raising the anchor.
I know where it is. The anchor's up on the bow.
All right,
Wow.
let's go.
I don't know where that is. Where's the bow? Back here? Or is it on the front? Okay. Oh yeah, the bow's at the front. A lot of boating terminology.
Dad, I'm so glad we got to visit Mum with the expedition.
Yeah, she was very happy to see us. Come here. Son, a boat's a complex machine where every part directly affects how we move. Right now, we're running on the engine. Hey,
Okay.
Will, come closer to the control panel. This shows the speed of the boat and how much damage she's taken.
What's
Oh,
that
okay.
red arrow?
That's the direction we need to go. That's exactly why we plot a course on the chart, so we always know where we are.
Okay. Gonna be a little bit of an open world aspect to this then. You'll be able to go out because you are going to be able to go sailing with this boat. I wonder if we're going to have to then plot the chart and all that kind of stuff.
Without slowing down on the waves.
That's why we've got sails. Go raise them. I'll take that. The sails are attached to the main mast.
Whoa, that's beautiful, Dad.
Now, come back here, son. Get back at the helm.
We're sailing way faster now. This
Okay.
is so cool.
I might just not quit. Turn off the sail transparency.
Well, that's
It looks a
what
bit
I
more
was talking
realistic
about,
then, doesn't it?
Yeah, I see it.
Oh, okay.
This shows the wind direction. We go faster when the wind hits the sails from the side, perpendicular to them.
Poppin' what?
A 90-degree angle. The wind's coming this way, and the sail is like this. that's perpendicular. Got it?
I think so.
Okay.
Okay. Now, try to move the sail like I showed you. Use these ropes and the posts to pull it.
Dad, am I doing it?
Yes, you're doing great. All right, now let's lower the sails.
Is it hard? Can I do it?
Sure you can. Go ahead. Then we can start the engine.
I'm off to lower the sails.
Wait, don't rush. See this mechanism above the speed gauge? It's called the sail control block. The rope on the left controls the back sail, the main sail. The two on the right control the front sail, the generator. Go on, take the left winch handle and turn it slowly.
This is easier than I thought.
There we go. Lowered them back down. That's what we were doing in the tutorial bit. There we go.
Go ahead and start the engine.
Yes. Thanks, Dad.
Cool. Cool way of doing a little sailing tutorial.
Will, just sleep your life away. Your molly's ready. Good as new.
Thanks so much, Ben. I don't even know how to thank you.
Oh, no worries. Bring Thomas along later. He can help out and consider it settled.
Sounds good, mate.
Okay, mark the route on the cabin map and collect supplies from Joe's shop. Let's go. Yeah, let's go grab those supplies quickly. Joe should have got those already. Although I'm not at this point, I'm not surprised if there'll be more.
It's gonna rain again.
Puzzles or fetch quests
Probably
for me to do.
Storm. Time to go find Thomas. I need to track him down and finally have a talk with Dad.
Okay.
Just came back to say thanks again.
Oh, well, forget about it. This is my job. Of course I had to help you. I'll be waiting to hear your story about the journey.
Cool. No supplies. The black tea and some bakets. Bowls of water. Bottle of water. Okay. Still very weird with the little girl that was on the bed and then she's gone. Oh, the boat. Oh, wow. Where's my boat? Oh, that's it there. Okay. Did all that while I was sleeping. Amazing. I feel like the Coast Guard chopper is, if it's not finding them, it's not going to find them now. Like it's, you know.
Molly, I missed you. Oh, babe, treated you well.
Dropped our supplies, but I think it's counted
There's
them
not
as
much
being
space,
here.
but it is really cozy. Not any worse than the lighthouse. At least there's none of
Oh,
Greg's
there's
stuff
where
here.
all our models go. Okay, all our collectibles. This is, okay, where the planets go. So again, the other collectibles. They're all... I like that, though, that it's not just sat in some menu, that it is kind of like in the game world itself. Let's sit in a few different places. Got our logbook. So he took the vessel in for maintenance, work carried out, work completed, full inspection. See the vessel after repairs. Sheet winch, excellent post repair. Okay. Looks like Hafsburg. Course set for Mistvik. Crew of 1. Main Harbour. Bird Island. Crew of 2. 1 a child. Vessel in satisfactory condition. Main systems checked. Engine stalls at low RPM. So they went to Bird Island, perhaps? So our current is 6730. Wait, where are we going? Yeah, we're 6730, 2745. So we're currently in Hafsburg. The lighthouse is there. That's where we are. Okay. All good. And 6815, 2845. We're going to Mistvik. We're going to check that out first. Got half man in. Yeah, I'm not sure on my geography here. This is real locations, or if this is this off the west coast of Norway? I'm not too sure. It might be fictional. That's where we're gonna go. I'm gonna exit up here. There we go. And we're going to undock. Undocked completely. We don't need to drop anchor. Anchor hasn't been dropped while we're here, so that's all good. And then we're going to start the engine. And just leave the port. Off we go. Okay. So you can sit on the right or left depending on where we want to go. Leave the port and set sail. So we don't need to get up and drop the sail each time. Can we do that from here? And set the sail up from here, so we don't need to get up. Prepare Molly for departure. There we go. We just got an achievement for that. And then we know the red line is our bearing, and we're facing that way. I'm gonna go straight out. Sit on this right hand side. Trying to keep the wind, little wind flag perpendicular to the sail as well. And off we go. Music's pretty cool. You can tell this is the part that they've like really invested in, like from a systems point of view and getting it all working and everything. It's impressive. We're out in the ocean. I think we can like, yeah, we can just go in here while we're sailing. I don't know if it's advised that you do that while you're moving. Yeah, it's not like you get real-time update or anything. And you can just press space and skip sailing. So if you don't want to sail there yourself, then it looks like you can just skip it if you want. Not sure if we're meant to. I guess if you're not a fan of the sailing side of things, then you can just press and hold space and you'd skip it. I'm gonna just, out of curiosity, just see how long it takes. I think once we arrive, we'll leave it there for that episode. And we'll be back with another episode. Follow up. But I've enjoyed this so far. I think it's very... It's got a little bit of that indie jankiness and a little bit of like the voice acting missing for some of the side NPCs, very static in the... Because you can tell they've tried to do quite a big scale, like kind of scope, but you can tell there's been limitations.
I'll be there soon. I promise. Wait for me.
I guess like sacrifices and things like that have been made. But then aspects like the weather and the sea, oh, okay, skips like this, has been very impressive on that side of things. And nice little puzzles so far, like the fuses, the little crane thing, the building the thing was difficult.
Dad taught me everything.
I figured that out.
Sea, lighthouses, sailing. I tried to forget him, but he keeps coming back, asking for forgiveness. It's so hard to forgive after all those years of ignoring him. But now I'm sailing to find my son, and I'll be better. Dad used to say, go towards the light when you don't know where to go, so I'm going. I'm going.
I don't know if I could just sit under here while I like wait, like while we're sailing up above. We can sit. We can sit in some different areas, I guess. We've also got our little collectibles. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think that's where we'll leave it for this one, though. It's a nice point to leave it. Let me know if you'd like to see more. Like I said, I'm probably gonna come back with a second episode of this anyway. And yeah, as always, I'll leave a link to the Steam page in the description below. Other than the odd stutter, and bearing in mind this is without the day one patch, it's been 4K between 80 and 100 frames. DLSS on quality, we've got everything on Epic as well, or very high, sorry. DLSS on quality. Got loads of different options here, so works really nicely. You have got a bit of a split of your audio as well. You can do key bindings, but it's only got like a single binding, if that makes sense. And I believe it has controller support as well. You can play this one controller. You can plug your controller in and play it as well, because it is coming to consoles as far as I'm aware as well. So it's going to be there. Obviously, you can turn on your motion blur or turn it off, cell transparency. For those that get motion sick, you can also turn off the camera shake if you feel like it, and change your dot opacity. It's got a lot of the settings you'd expect it to have and things like that. As I said, my thing would be there's a little bit of clunkiness with the writing, I'd say, like a little bit, where it's doing the tell not show when it should be doing the show not tell, some of it, and that's me being a bit critical. But you know, the whole, like, they didn't need to have us explain in the church that we did sailing with our dad, because it does the flashback showing us doing the sailing with our dad, so you could kind of cut that out, for instance. Because there's the urgency of our son missing. We seem urgent and like really like stressed by that, but then we also seem like we've got all the time in the world. I don't know if I'd be able to just sit and lie down on a couch and have a quick nap, and maybe I'm not too concerned, like Will's not too concerned, because he's sure that Thomas is with his dad, that he's going to be safe, and he just needs to catch up with them. But I still, with a mudslide and losing my wife and things like that, I'd still feel like I'd be quite distraught about that, and very eager to kind of figure out what's going on. And like I said, there's a little element, isn't there, like a sprinkling of a bit of supernatural thing, hints that kids have been going missing, the little girl that was obviously there but wasn't there, and then obviously you had the flashback visions of us with the dream, kind of trying to catch up with our son in the dream, which obviously is like a parallel or a metaphor for the game itself. So, and like I said, I like the little collectibles and that they're like physical in the game as well. I'm not sure if we're gonna probably not do 100% playthrough of this, like in terms of like we've probably missed stuff already, but we're gonna do our best shot at trying to find all the secrets and hideaways like we do in all of our playthroughs of these games. But I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below how you found it. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for supporting and hanging out and checking out this game with me today. And like I said, we'll be back very soon with the next episode if you're interested. And if not, well, we'll have another video. Not usually every day, we'll have a new video on the channel. So, should be something for you to check out. Thank you so much, guys. Catch you guys in the next video. Take care.